Man, did this film have an uphill battle to climb. First off, this film has been in development by Sony for the last 7 years. Then you come out with a trailer last year to try to build some excitement and some good buzz for your film, but it completely backfires in your face. You got to push the film back to this year. You got to redesign the character. And now we're here to talk about that final product. We're talking Sonic the Hedgehog, which I got a chance to see. I'm going to let you all know what I thought of the film. Did I enjoy it? Is it worth checking out? We're going to talk about that and much more. Discovering a small blue fast hedgehog, a small town police officer must help it defeat an evil genius who wants to do experiments on it. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Movie Files. Elliot here with a brand new movie review, and today we're talking about Sonic the Hedgehog, a film that has seen its ups and definitely has seen its downs, and we're here to talk about it all in this non-spoiler review. But before we dive into it, for those that are new to Movie Files, definitely consider subscribing and hit that bell so you can stay up to date on my latest videos. And if you are new to this channel and just curious about what do we do here, well, I review the latest movies, talk about the new TV shows, react to the new trailers, do unboxing videos for the new releases, and also do giveaways. So if that sounds like something you would enjoy on a day-to-day basis, definitely consider subscribing. And if and when you've seen this film, Sonic the Hedgehog, I want to know what you thought about it. Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Are you a diehard fan, and do you feel like this film did the video game franchise justice? And would you like to see more movies in this film franchise? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and let's have some fun discussions down there. So it's been well documented. This film has seen dark days, from 7-year development to coming out with a trailer, having backlash, to redesigning the character, so on and so forth, pushing the film back, and now we're here to talk about it. And I'm here to say right off the bat, I enjoyed this film, and it's not like I was going into this film expecting to be a hot trash box of a movie, but it was just like, it's been through a lot. And sometimes when films have that history of going through these ups and downs, you sometimes get these messy films that you can see when they reshot it, you can see when they re-edited things, and I think at the end of the day, they did a really good job of putting this film together. Starting off with some of my positives, I haven't really heard much of Jeff Fowler outside of this film. I'm not too familiar with his background, but I think he did a really good job. I think those diehard fans, I wouldn't consider myself a diehard Sonic fan. I do appreciate the video games. There's definitely that nostalgia aspect for me, but I feel like Jeff Fowler did a good job of putting it in Easter eggs, and also too, let's call a spade a spade. In the last 10 to 15, 20 years, even when I was a kid, making video game movies, you get these directors on here. They can sometimes be A-listers. They can sometimes be, people you're not too familiar with. The studio says, okay, I want you to do this, that, and that. And, I like this big IP. Sure, throw in a couple Easter eggs, but let's just hit these beats and let's just see if we can make our money back and recoup, so we could put more money in our bigger franchises. And you get those movies with the video game franchises, and that's why I think it's a curse, because these producers and executive producers, they just want to make money, and they just want to take the IP, and hopefully they hope that those fans that like the video games come to see this film. I don't think Sony did that with this IP. I think they brought someone in that appreciates the franchise, that appreciates the fans, they listen to the fans, and they gave us a really entertaining film, in my personal opinion. Now, I've been watching films since I was yay-high, since I was playing video games on Sega, and I know when certain films, what kind of expectations to go into a certain film. Now, when I see a A24 film, it's going to be different from when I'm going to a Disney film. When I see a Disney film, it's going to be different from when I'm going to a Blumhouse film, so on and so forth. So I knew the target audience. This is a PG film. This audience is for little kids. It's going to like a fast-talking Blue Devil Sonic character. They may play it on their iPads now. They might never ever heard of Sega. But at the same time, I think that this film also does something that Pixar does a great job is yes, we're going to have some jokes for the young kids and have that type of action adventure for the kids at that age. But we're also going to talk to a teenager. We're going to talk about maybe you sometimes feel lonely and you need a friend just to help you pick you up through the hard days. We're going to go to the adults and talk about, you might want to change your lifestyle, but sometimes you got to appreciate where you're at and just like where you're at with what we got with James Marsden character being a police officer, a sheriff in this town that's he wants bigger, he has bigger aspirations and wants to do bigger things, but sometimes home is where the heart is. So I like that this film, yes, it's a kid movie and it has some plot issues and I can nitpick the hell out of the movie, but I'm not going to do that because I knew what they were doing. I thought they did a really good job at it. You know, I thought that the performances were pretty solid. You know, you have Ben Schwartz playing the voice actor of Sonic the Hedgehog. I thought he was great. You know, Gene Raphael for my Parks and Rec fans, I thought he did a really good job of voicing the character, and he had energy. He was fun. He was fast talking. Kind of remind me of a kid's version of Deadpool, even though Sonic was, it was Sonic before the Deadpool comics. Either way, let me know in the comments who came first, Sonic or Deadpool, but I like he was breaking the fourth wall, and I thought that Ben Schwartz did a good job bringing the character to life. James Marsden, who hasn't, first time doing an animated type of film, live action animated. I thought he was a really fun human character, because as we know, for those that have seen a lot of these animated movies mixed in with live action, they bring in these human characters and you could care less about them. You just want to focus on the animation and want to focus on the out of this world character. But I thought that they brought in, James Marsden really brought that heart and that human element to the story. And a lot of the human characters were fine, but we've all heard it, and I think it's true, and I definitely agree with the people that have said this. Jim Carrey steals the movie. Going back to nostalgia. This is smart on Sony's part. Not only are they bringing in an old IP nostalgia, Sonic game from the 90s, but they're also bringing in a A-list actor who a lot of people have grown up, like myself, watching him playing Ace Ventura, playing The Mask, playing all these crazy characters. But I'm a big Jim Carrey fan, and it was just such a blast to see him having a great time with this character, Dr. Robotnik, aka Egghead. He is bigger than life right now. I just love Jim Carrey having a blast with this character. And sometimes you have these moments in where movies you say, oh, this character, he's in a different movie. He's too cartoonish. What movie is he in? This was the perfect film for Jim Carrey to be in, because he could be wacky. He can be wild. He has this one scene where he's dancing, and I'm just having a good time with this character. And I thought that Jim Carrey was fantastic. There were some other moments where I thought I was watching a Marvel movie at times, in particularly when Sonic was going through his speed force, if you want to call it that. It reminded me of Quicksilver. I thought those scenes were pretty fantastic. I love that it was kind of going back to Marvel, the Dr. Robotnik, kind of his technology and his robots reminded me a little bit of Spider-Man Far From Home. I thought that was cool. And also, just a kind of reminder, there are 2 post-credit scenes for you all that like to leave the theater a little bit early. Stick around. And I think the diehard fans of Sonic will love these post-credit scenes. But again, I appreciate the story of friendship, accepting others who are different from you, looking at where you are in your situation and making the best out of it. I really like those themes in this film. Again, I can nitpick it. There isn't the strongest storyline. It's kind of predictable at times. The dialogue isn't that strong. There are the fart jokes and the kid jokes. And again, there are some issues with the film. But at the end of the day, again, I wasn't going into it with high expectations, but I was just like, you know what? If I can be entertained, I can like the story, and if I get something from the movie, I can enjoy that, and this is what that film did for me. It definitely kind of reminded me of Detective Pikachu, where I didn't go into it with high expectations, but I kind of enjoyed that film for what it was, and this is the same thing for me with Sonic. I'm going to give this film a 3.4 out of 5. I recommend you all checking out this Valentine's Day weekend. And again, don't go in there with your critic eyes and want to nitpick it and all that. Not saying there's something wrong with that, but just know what you're going into, and I think you'll end up enjoying it. So that's my thoughts on Sonic the Hedgehog. Check it out if you get a chance. There's a lot of stuff coming out this weekend with Fantasy Island, which I'm going to check out soon. I saw the movie on Netflix, saw The Boys Before, the sequel, saw Photograph. There's a lot of stuff out there, but I would recommend you all checking out Sonic. So let me know what you all thought of the film when you saw it, and when you do, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up, really helps out the channel. Just crossed 2,000 subscribers. Thank you all for the continued support, and I just want to continue to move forward and continue to make this channel grow. Follow me on all my social media accounts. Keep an eye out for some more content coming pretty soon. Thank you all for watching this review, and we'll see you in the next video.